Hey, YouTube. Just closed it, didn't I? Right. One of those things you got to try and do. Slide it over. Make it thinner. Slide it up. Make it smaller. Bear with me. Oh. Hey, Victory House. How's it going? Top chat. Live chat. Hey. Hey Scott, how's it going? Hey Alex. Hey Sloaney, you're in early? Hey Kit Kats. How could it still be 58? Gotta start drinking soon. Hey, Mr. Mistake. Could go get that dirge off. Yeah, Scott from Baltimore. It's been on that stand. That's why there's not a guitar there. This is JPAC's number 1, which I got first time I really met Jen, and it was just a cheapy guitar from a car boot sale, so it's not anymore. It's got a Fender Japan neck and DiMarzio pickups and a fancy bridge and stuff. But this has got the noiseless pickups, which I'm not sure I like. But in saying that, I'm quite enjoying playing it just now. Should be better than a white one. It's a real Fender. Oh. It's 8 o'clock. How did that go from 58 for ages? The whole time I was jamming there, still at 58, and then that last minute just disappeared. Cheers for the bottle of Bucky. You know who you are. Yes. So I'm running on donations. Hence there's no adverts tonight. since I did not have to purchase my number 19. A good year. Well, no, it's a bad year, isn't it? That was a COVID year. Oh, yeah. Oh. Noises pickup don't suck. Well, see, I suppose it depends on the tone, doesn't it? It might be this guitar. Well, it sounds alright, it just doesn't seem to have any brightness. It is, of course, possible I've got the wrong pots on it. Not that it sounds like there's anything wrong with it. I think they're like noiseless versions of more powerful pickups than the ones I like. I like the really weak pickups. It just seems to be losing a little at the top. I don't think it's as bad. I was actually wondering how it would do with the Cube, because I was always playing through the valve amps, so things are a bit different now with the noiseless. But yes, Ben, I have seen. We'll try to put. Actually, what I was going to do was put Mr. Whitesnake's video up on screen, because I can do that in this thing. When I say I can do that if I've spent half an hour setting it up, which I didn't have. And I was going to play along with it, but then I tried playing along with the Billy Idol one, and it's dead quiet, the guitar on it, so I couldn't really work it out that easily. See, I can't remember that one. That's a Washburn artist though, Steve Stevens. Is it Steve Stevens? Is that, I'm thinking, am I getting him mixed up with Stevens Extended Cutaway? I think it was Steve Stevens, his name. Hey Dave, how's it going? And yeah, so the answer is yes, I have seen. I enjoyed it earlier on. Rebel Yell. So, does anyone guess what my new guitar is? Cheers, Doogie. Doogie, who was super impressed with the wee pocket-sized Temu 12-pound amp thing. There is a cheaper version of it, which I think my pal Wayne got, which kind of looks the same, but in a slightly tinkier-looking box. It's like a tenner. He was blown away. I was happy. I watched this. He was like, that sounds all right. It's perfect. He did not play any tracks. Well, wait till you get your recording up and going. You always pick the hardest thing. I was like, when you started playing the synth, I was like, what you could do is like Superstition. But wow, just going straight for the hardest thing. Someone used to try to pitch it for my profile pic was Billy Idol. To be honest, I kind of thought it was. Is it you? Is it John 5 or is it you? I've never seen it bigger than the size it is there. Don't know. Is that you? I do. My pal James always looked very much like Nigel Tufnell when he was younger. In his 50s now, but it's a profile picture, and then as one time I clicked on it by mistake, and it was like, alright, it is actually a picture of Nigel Tufnell. So I just assumed it was him when he was younger. But there you go, yeah. I can't remember what my profile pic is, that one Civic now. So. experts. Who's John Constantine? How was based of Sting? Work lesbian? No, I think he looks. To be honest, I think you thought you look a wee bit like your at work lesbian with dungarees on. It's like you just changed the sump. You know what I mean? It's that. You know you are allowed to choose your own. It's not like the passport photo. You can choose your own picture. It's good, my boy. To be honest, I don't think what I put out is particularly high quality. Well, I mean, obviously content, high quality content, but I think I'm kind of minimum bandwidth and all that. I'm not 4K. I nearly bought a 4K camera. Yeah, you're a hot spot. I was going to say you could put like a picture up of a 1986 Ford Capri or something like that, but then you'd get hundreds of people going, whoa. So cheers to Alex. I've now got 6 wheels, 4 in the car, and 2 on my new bike. I haven't yet taken it for a proper drive. I've been up and down the street and it seems fine. So I sit in the kitchen and adjusted the brakes so they point in the right direction and all that. So I failed to get myself a pump. I need to get myself a hand pump at some point. I was looking at tarting up the bike. Saw yellow tyres. 480p at the camp. No, well, 480p. Just remember when DVDs came out, everyone was like, oh my god, wait till you see DVDs on a TV. The picture quality is amazing. They're only 480. Of course, there's nothing to see, but you do have, this would probably be more, I don't know, this is another one of those ones that changes colour depending on which bit of it you look at. Kind of looks like it's made of glass. So, any ideas? And it is a make, so first one to guess it, you don't win it, I just bought it. So what do you reckon? Bastard. Aye, okay. It is an Encore. I must have told you. Did I tell you that? Did you see it on eBay? I got a bike. I don't have a helmet though. Oh, it's like totally. I need to get. I wonder, can you still? Remember, you used to get what they called stunt pegs, where you like the bolts in the back of your BMX. You could get like long bolts, so someone could stand on it. That'd be pretty cool. Could give you a. So you went to Mother before, it could be arse. Well, yeah, so to be honest, see when you've got like fans, you know what I mean? Not being big-headed about it. When you've got fans, sometimes they go, yeah, Malcolm, I've got a guitar up for sale on eBay that it looks like nobody's buying it. Do you want it for really cheap? Hi, Dougie. Nice to come and see you. I don't think it's made in Japan. Well, I don't know. Looking at it, there is a photo of one which looks very similar on the back of it. It has what looks very much like a Hondo serial number and on a sticker. So it's a J8S 1E. So one electric guitar. One might be thinking this might be JHS's first Encore. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the pickups are. I've not been inside them. But they don't have pole pieces behind the holes. It looks like sort of, you know, that holographic thing that football stickers used to be. I remember Football 86. That was when I had a sticker book thing where you collected football stickers, and the badge of each of the clubs had like a mad hologrammy shit, like that Kiss sticker that's on my red guitar. It kind of looks like that on behind it, so I'm not really sure exactly what they are, but they sound like single coils. But I've got to turn them on. I'll try and tune it, make sure it's in tune first. And everything seems to work on it. It's in very good condition. Bridge. Neck. And both on. It's kind of like, I've actually built a guitar very like this with my pal Ronnie, where I basically took pickups like these, not this type of pickup, but mad old 70s Japanese pickups, and put them in a normal guitar so it wasn't pure nightmare to play. It's kind of like what this already is. A couple of pickups, a nice Tanglewood Odyssey, Ovation Replica Cruiser Craster Super Strat, sounds good. There's a Midwest Tone Spectrum DX in black. I don't really like the Spectrums. I don't know what 500 Canadians. What's that, about £300? That's a total guess. I don't know Canadian. Hey Dave, have you heard of Flynn Amps in Glasgow? Yes, I know him actually. The last gig, or a couple of gigs ago, we played with, I've forgotten what the Rory Gallagher tribute band's called. I'm sorry. It's a short name. I can't remember. No, but Stevie Flynn is the guitarist in that band. But yes, I know he builds amps. After the End amps, he built them for Craig. Like, he's got like a purple. His amp is a pre-master volume Marshall 50 watt, like handmade version of. And he's got another one which is a post. I can't remember. It's a very specific amp. Oh. You received all your guitars. You did you DM me on my Okay, I need to have a look at that. I need to have a look at the saxophone bass. Yes, that sounds hilarious. How easily would I be able to get it on screen just now? Can I want that on? Am I completed Mexico '86 sticker album? Yeah, no, it wasn't. Was it Mexico '86? Yes, I remember. I think I remember that. Was that just the normal football? But yeah, there you go. Yes. Used to have big piles of thingies, big piles of cards, stickers, and you'd go and swap, and you'd be like, got, need, and you would put it at the back, and then at the end of it, you would have like 4 cards that I didn't have and 3 cards that you didn't have, and would swap them. Scott, and possibly gold flowers. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna have to scroll up. I've missed what it was. Scooper Muppet just bought it for two for £75, which seemed like a good deal. I have to know. Oh, a couple of pickups today. Sorry. I thought when you said a couple of pickups, I thought you meant pickups as in, yeah. Cool. Hey Scott, it's Lop, how's it going? Cruiser Craft, I think it smells better as Prince Point. Yes, I've had a few Cruiser Crafters and they're good. For some reason I think there's something to do with being French, but obviously just the same factory and all that, but they're quite good spec. Yes, no, I would put Cruiser by Crafter in the top of the buying cheap guitars category. They're kind of, I would put them above Stag. Would they be above Encore? I don't know. Encore have got such a range. Maybe not above all Encore, but above, in principle, maybe, yes. Round about vintage, like good Jim Deacon, you know? Aye. Haggle the Jimmy Page chips and Les Paul for 190 fresh from China. I bet the frets will be more level than my Epiphones. Well, I mean, at least you know what you're getting in for. It's the thing is, it's going to be, it might be alright. But as you say, you can get these ones with all this silly stuff on it. It's like that Harley Benton that I had in the other day, the Brian May one. To be honest, a lot, not all, because I've had Gibsons that are fucking amazing. I don't know how you vet where they come from. You know, I mean, you just buy it and it's the same photo, but it might not necessarily be that guitar. I have had Gibsons that have been fantastic. It was a cream one I remember having. I got in a trade and then traded it off, and it was better than an Epiphone straight up. But I've also had one that was like a piece of painted nonsense. But above Harley Benton, what I was going to say is, I think the majority of Gibsons are basically, it's the Harley Benton. The difference mostly is the Harley Benton will maybe have the name pickups and it'll have the proper Fender headstock, or no, it won't have the proper Fender headstock. Basically, you're just buying a Harley Benton that's got the Gibson logo on it. Yeah. Cruiser Crafter, yeah. So about the vintage. Yep. Joe Hollow Sailor built a pedal, and she said for Lamps built a Rory Gallagher Hawk Booster pedal. Yeah, even more so. On that note, Spinal Tap 2 came out a few months ago. Well, it was on his page. It was Stevie Flynn going, "Oh my God, that's it! I've made it. All dreams have been happened." And it was Nigel Tufnell going down onto his board, and bang, there's one of those Flynn boost pedals was on Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap's board, and he was like, "Hey, hey Andy, how's it going? You on Tap Region?" I don't have any interest in Spectrum. I thought if Mark said, "Holy shit, it's a great deal." Well, I'm just not really that keen on the West Tone Spectrums. I don't know. They're quite heavy because they're made of maple. I don't really like the shape. I don't know. I've got a Spectrum 3. I also, Ben, I don't know which spectrum it is, so there you go, because spectrum are different. There's different spectrums. The one I've got a Spectrum 3, which isn't the same as the Spectrum range, but it's also not the same as the one, the American one, unless it's a European one. Oh. Similar to Yamaha ERG, yeah. HSS is good. The Spectrum is not a cool bass, I agree, but the tone and playability, well, yes. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe the bass? Well, I don't know, I just assumed it was a guitar, a Spectrum bass. My first ever bass. I mean, well done, Doogie, this thing plays amazing. I've not done anything to it. You've been interested, you've got a Cruiser by Crafter bass. Can I go to? Yes, no, I mean, they're good. Gould. They're kind of like Gould as well. They're not. Before the Spectrum, it was shattered in the post. Wow. Must have taken a lot. It's probably really heavy. Probably makes them quite brittle, to be honest. The problem is, it's a problem with these things, which I'm actually kind of noticing now. There's another generation that's appeared in the last 10 years, which I hadn't really thought of. I was thinking of, I remember 20 years ago seeing guitars for sale, maybe not 20, 15 years ago I remember seeing guitars for sale, maybe, okay, 20 years, 20 years just roughly, and knowing that you could pick up West Tone Thunders. I used to see them for like, they would be like 80 to 120 quid. They would always be kind of round about there. If it was in pure brilliant condition, it'd be 140 quid. This is pre eBay and stuff like that. So I remember West Tone Spectrums and never being cheap, but always been 60, 80 quid, which used to make a difference. You know, it wasn't a case of, because money was worth more now, yeah. I paid 40 for my West Tone Spectrum bass and then sold it for 40. That was just what you did. Yeah, should have kept it. Should have bought strings for it. It was a ZX Spectrum, yes. This guitar actually is lovely. See, it's got the vodka and tonic controls. And these mad pickups. And then it's just got these switches, which are, this is basic. I think these might even, I need to ask Jenny, I need to see the Sakai guitar. I don't know if this is one, but it's kind of like a mad, the neck's lovely. It's like a Strat neck, but it's really dark tinted, but it's maple, I think. Or is it mahogany? I don't know, but it's dead glossy. I like glossy. Strings could have been, I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember bass strings being about 15 quid for a set of Roto Sounds back in the day. But that's the thing, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing at the time. In fact, I didn't even, my pal bought that bass 6 months after I started playing the guitar. Would that time it in right? I was 17, got my acoustic on my 18th birthday. I was in the band before that, so I was still 17, and I'd been playing my Yamaha RGX 321P, which I must have got for Christmas when I was 17, and then a pal had an acoustic, but I was going to get an acoustic, and he also he bought a bass, and we were sort of playing it, and then I ended up joining a band, and there was already 3 guitarists and a drummer, so I said I can borrow a bass, and then I was the only one that could play it, even though I'd only played it for about an hour before that, and then I played bass ever since. So there you go. I should have kept that West Tone. It was a Spectrum DX. The Encore brand was coined by Skews in 1982. Right. If that's the case, then I would think that's when this guitar is from then, seeing as it's a GHS1. I think Encore, there may have been another Encore. I think I've seen old 60s guitars called Encore, but I mean, Encore is a generic name, if you know what I mean. I don't think it... I'm pretty sure I've seen really old Encores, like, you know, 60s kind of 335 looking things, which just don't look like these at all. Whether they bought or there wasn't a copyright on the name. Hey Jeff, how's it going? It's a DX Deluxe. There was an old Encore for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was, like a pure super old thing. But then again, Encore is quite a common word. It's like, it would be like aria. It's like, you know, it's a musical term. Whenever he was Hermes, I was a bit surprised to see a bloke on a bicycle with a parcel coming up my drive and found a guitar. Nick had ordered 2 streets away with a tire track over it. Wow. I didn't know it was them that copied. I remember the ovation, applause. Yeah, okay, applause of it. Encore, yeah. That's good, yeah. Encore built electroacoustics in the 70s in Italy. This is sounding like it could be a thing. I wonder. So when you say they cut him in Victory House, I wonder if it's just they got the name from somewhere. See, I think it just depends on who your Hermes delivery driver is. Whether they're good or not. I don't know. I probably, when we were milking the campsite, it was Robert who was his name. I remember seeing on the village notice board, it was just, oh, does anyone know the name of our Hermes driver? I just missed him. And someone's like, up here, yeah, his name's Robert, this is his number. And you're just like, fair enough, but I mean, a bit, you know, yeah, totally, I know he is. I've just direct messaged you his number, just kind of put it online. So basically, you just look up the Milton Campsite notice boards. This was a year ago, but there you go. Bullback, yeah. I don't know. I don't hate them that much. I against all odds like that the Teleacoustic I had. It was a good wee guitar. It was fun. I paid 90 quid for it. A guitar. Played it for, I don't know, a good few years, and then it was the one time I was sitting on eBay going, my God, people are wanting 300 quid for them. Wow. So I just put it on eBay for 300 quid and somebody bought it. Oh. Rocking. Maybe not worth 300 quid, but I mean, cool guitar. Oh, you get somebody cut the board getting out the car. Oh, that's bad. I don't know, the Hermes guy from here seems to be alright. I think it's just kind of quite pleased he's not been stabbed. He must come down there around that corner and go up here. Ah, I've not been stabbed. There we go. I'll ring the doorbell. They imported Hondo first. I've not really looked into that stuff. I did not know Hondo were imported by JHS. It does make sense. It could also explain the Hondo serial number sticker on the back of one of these that I saw a picture of. I wonder if that's it's not really a Hondo serial number, it's a JHS serial number. Yeah, they've always been my herpes, for sure. It's just that... About 1976. See, this to me is an old-fashioned guitar. This is kind of it's like a 70s one. Doesn't necessarily mean it. I think they were still making these into the 80s, so I don't think like 80 or 81 or whatever you said, or 82 is out the question. I don't think it's much after that, but I think it's kind of, you know, it's not that much difference. It's all making from 5 years ago. You know, it's like if you said it was 1978, you'd be like, yeah, totally. So, yeah, Wales. Yep, a wee encore. Cheers, Doogie. You do have to be quite gentle with it. It's maybe not like it's not the dive bombs. Maybe are. Trim works. The evasive every guy will then only drop your parcel off if you complain. I know the thing is you don't want to complain, because if you complain, then, you know, it's like, not that they're going to piss in it, but you know what I mean. Lap, you're alright, yeah, okay, I'm half an hour late with your guitar, I'll just fucking stick it, there's your parcel. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be complaining about in McDonald's. No, and I wouldn't be asking for anything extra either. I'll just have one of those pre-made not spat-in burgers, please. Yep. Oh. Couldn't supply enough bowlbacks. Bowlbacks were popular. Wow. I do remember them being much more of a thing than they are now. So when I started getting into guitar shops, what would that be? 96 or 97 or something like that. There were a lot. Maybe that's the things for maybe they were a few years old, but you always saw those applauses and ovations. It was definitely one of those things. It is Aunt Wales, but the thing is, it's weird having one of these that I've not actually had to do hundreds of work to. Normally I pick these things up for 20 or 30 quid and then have to bend things and make a nut and manufacture some parts to make them work. This one just works. It's like, and it's in really good condition. But it's just got it's kind of downgraded rather than upgraded. It's got a pure mad looking bridge and a pure terrible treble and really thin pickups. It's just like, yes! But just want vintagey. It's like pure, yeah, I want a Strat, but I don't want to be able to play Megadeth on it. Well, Strumble Strat. What you saying is like, when you buying a Strat that sounds like a Strat, you need to learn to play a Strat, Sloaney. I've been really enjoying playing that white Strat. It's lovely. Sloaney, never give up on the Strat. Will make sense at some point. Harley Benton, but amplifier form, but I think they are. One of the wee valve amps. Bullback sounds like ball bags. Bullbacks, bollocks, fucking bullbacks. What's the bridge like? Every guitar I've gotten like that is missing the original. That's a good point, yeah. I mean, let's be honest, there's not much to it. So what you've got is like a relatively thick, pound coin thick, metal plate that's screwed into the body with two threaded bolts sticking through it, and then on top of those threaded bolts there's what looks like 10 pence pieces, adjustment wheels, and then a bit of hollow die cast, whatever it is, metal, and that's it. And then the tremolo arm. Talking about intonation. I think there's a huge amount of people who say, oh, the intonation's terrible because they don't realise that it doesn't really need to be all that adjustable. Like acoustic guitars don't have adjustable intonation. So provided you put it in the right place, it doesn't need to be adjustable. Oh, I want to put bass strings on my guitar. Well, yeah, okay. I want to put just banjo strings on. Okay, you need to adjust it. But if you've got normal strings on, it's kind of fine. It's the same with that the Eros bass, the SG bass. The bridge has no adjustment. You can't adjust the height. You can adjust the overall height of the bridge, but it's set at its own radius, the correct radius, and you can't adjust the intonation at all. It's just a bar, but it's not flat. It's at an angle, and it's in the right place. It's like, oh, I'll need to. Because I was looking at it, trying to think, I'll put a bridge on to get. Why do I need to intonate it? It's fucking fine. It's perfect. It's exactly where I want it. It's like, so if you put it in the right place, it can be done. Twanging in a hooker's G-string. Sloney, stick in a Mad Malco Mega Bucker switch in it. That gives you fucking 2 pickups as a humbucker and all 3 as a humbucker, so it just goes muddier than any Les Paul. Eventually, after the same, but it's £36. That's fucking ridiculous for an amp. The thing is, it's what I keep stopping myself doing on Temu for £36. I mean, maybe it will be all right, but it's just for £36. It doesn't have to be very good to be worth £36. So you might go, oh, it's all right for, oh, it's pure worth 50 quid. I don't know. Need to try it. Aye. Those bridges are one up from using a nail cigar box to do the job, though. Nothing wrong with them. They've got charm. It's part of the thing that makes this guitar. It's not a Strat, though. It's kind of a shame it's a Strat-shaped one. But, you know, see if it was, like, just a little bit madder. It's kind of like... It's... Thingy's ordered it, hasn't it? It's been JHS has ordered it from whatever factory it is that make all the mad-looking ones, and they've gone, no, we want it red. It's got to have a tremolo bar. They're going for the Hank Marvin. Who doesn't want a red Stratocaster? Can we make it look like a Strat? And it's all kind of blacked out, so you wouldn't know. Apart from when you look at the bridge and you go, oh, it's got some sort of Bigsby on it. What's going on? There was a drive to Ravenscraig as well, Sloaney. I've been there before. What was the last guitar I got off? I can't remember. But it's in Ravenscraig, and it's like, see, it's kind of over the hills and far away. It's kind of bizarre. You're sort of, I don't know. There's huge big bits. I kind of know Glasgow, and you kind of know Edinburgh, but there's things in the middle. See Royston Vasey from the League of Gentlemen. There's a lot of places like that, which I drove through today. It's like you're kind of like, pure, oh, I recognise that bit of the motorway. Oh, but we're going into these woods. Oh, and then you come out into a valley and it's like, oh, what's this place? Oh, look, there's like a pub. Why are all the people are wearing red outfits for some reason? Yeah. And then I don't even know what any of these places were called. Amazingly good. It's very transparent and brings out the characteristics of whatever guitar's plugged in. There you go, Aunt Wells. Lived in the middle briefly. Is very much like the land. It's strange, isn't it? It's like, I can just imagine. What is it? It's Bathgate's kind of. Bathgate's kind of like. I mean, it sounds ridiculous. I've played there a few times, but it's kind of like a. It's like a Highland town, if you know what I mean. Because I think there's nothing, okay, you can go to Edinburgh, Glasgow, and that, but it's biggest thing for anywhere. There's all these wee crazy wee villages. I think Bathgate has so many roundabout villages and mad places. They're big Asda and where the Lidl is and shit like that. You know, just 5 miles away, but over those hills where the motorway doesn't go, by the coal mines. Yeah. Satellite again is. I'm pretty sure there's satellites that kind of look a little bit like this as well. See, I never really. These are all. I just remember these guitars all the time being the ones you would see in charity shops, and they would be 50 quid and stuff like that, but they would have huge amounts of parts missing, which nowadays is nothing. It's like, oh, 2 of the tuners are missing. All right, Temu set up, fucking put locking tuners on it. You know, 7 quid, right? Done. Back then, right? Where am I going to find tuners? You could, to be honest, you could buy them in McCormick's just to sell parts, like cheap shitty parts. You know, like you could buy like Strat knobs for 50 pence each and stuff like that. Didn't have an awful lot of stuff, but they had stuff. Oh. Satellite is coming from Glasgow. Hey, Daniel! I don't think you've missed much. But, no, did someone not tell me... Was it the Satellite that was the catalogue guitar? I think you might have got the Satellites from, like, the... What was it called? The K's catalogue or the Great Universal catalogue where you could buy, like, kids' clothes and you paid them up, like, on a credit scheme or whatever it was. Yeah, I was just about to say that, Alex. Yeah, my drive down to Sunny Greenock. Yeah, totally. My super talking about the Royston Vasey thing. Yeah, totally. Definitely tell people to come up that wee crazy one where you turn left at Port Glasgow. Port Glasgow's not super lovely, and then you turn left and then you start going out and then you kind of go what looks like it's just somebody's driveway, but then it goes along the front of their house and it's single track and you're like, right, okay, and then there's cattle grids and sheep and it's like fucking like that. Some view from the top of that road though, and then you go around a couple of wee bits and you come into Greenock from the top. And it's like, I think Greenock has a line of at the bottom and then it gets there's good houses and then it gets shit and then there's good houses at the top again. It's quite nice though, good fun. Satellite was Argos. Was that? See, I remember. No, but then again, I'm sitting there going, I remember when Argos, I think, probably came out, but I think we're probably talking about, I remember Star Wars figures being in Argos. I didn't look up guitars. I do remember they did do a Squire Stratocaster at one point, and it was Bryan Adams, but this must have been when I was like 14 or something like that, and it was Bryan Adams saying, yeah, I remember saving up my paper round forever, so I could buy a Fender Strat, a real Fender, and then it's like, here's a red Squire, and it's like, yeah, it's not really a real Fender, well... In Bishopton at the moment, you should have stopped off on your Greenock trip. Bishopton, I know people in Bishopton. Do you? No, Erskine and Renfrew. I've got. Don't be thinking you'll be picking up guitars cheap there, Sonny. I've got contacts in the region. My first was Satellite Black from K's catalogue. There you go then. Yes, I was going to say the K's catalogue, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know if K guitars came from the K catalogue. They might have, but maybe it was. Encore is the one I associate with Argos. The one I remember the most was you could get the wee black one, the small body, and it's got one humbucker, but it's in the middle. I remember that, and it was like, probably 60 quid, something like that. And then you could go to like 90 quid for the one that looked like a Stratocaster with the 3 pickups, and then it would be like 120 quid for the Fender. They might have even had an Encore Les Paul type guitar. In fact, they had a Honor Arbor series Les Paul, because I've got one. I remember my Michael, the guitarist in my first band, one of the guitarists in my first band, had one. I've still got that fucking guitar, and he got it in Argos. It was the expensive one. It was like 300 quid or something like that. From Google Satellite, was a brand name for Fletcher, Capcock and Newman. FCN Music. I've heard FCN Music. My mate was playing a Spear guitar in the pub yesterday. It was amazing. I've got a Spear Les Paul. I can't remember what was wrong with it. Apart from it was one of those ones that looked like driftwood, so it needed belt sanded to be smooth. But yeah, no, they were good. The problem was a lot of them were fucked. Or the ones that came from that Mad Hillington thing. So when they came out, they were expensive. People bought them, but those were the good ones. I think some got returned, and then a lot of them, it was kind of like an unknown, maybe weren't cured properly or something like that. But the ones that work are fucking brilliant. Yep, Seymour Duncan pickups and all that. Do you remember what kind of guitar it was? Not sure if Case had guitars built from label Casey. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe it's just a case of just the cheap acoustics. You know what I mean? If you're buying, whatever the equivalent of a £30 nylon stringer guitar is, how much extra does it cost to just get your fucking name put on it rather than no name? If it's only going to be an extra penny, then fuck it, just do it. Why not? Remember Argos making a big deal with the sunburst of the Encore track copies? Possibly. Is that to prove that because the sunburst proved that it was made of real wood and not plywood? I think I remember Yamaha Pacificas becoming the thing. As a kayak, but the logo's just a letter K in a circle. The K in a circle is K. K Les Pauls were all, I don't know if were they all. I know the ones you mean. It's basically starts off like a Les Paul Junior, and then it's got wooden blocks put behind the bridge, and then it's got a piece of plywood like heat steamed on top of it to give it the carved effect. Yeah, they do have they're good. They sound good. Living Canoe, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. This was just saying there. Wales is saying that they were all of it. I don't know, because the thing is, let's say they did make more expensive ones, they're still going to sell 20 £99 Les Pauls for every one £299 Les Paul. It's that whole thing about just trying to get. That's why all the companies just fought over getting the cheapest Strat. We've got to be able to make a Strat that looks as close to a Fender as we can make it in, whatever colour we can make it in, for £99 or £129. That's the one we've got to make. So that's what everyone fought over. The effect I'm getting is the plywood top is completely bonkers. The effects are, was it chorus and I don't know, does it have fuzz? Oh, I've just had a thought there. See, I sold, I think I probably said this last week, the white Vantage P-Bass. Kind of just put it up for sale when I put extra pedals and stuff in. So I thought my plan was, if anyone wants to buy it, they can buy it, and I'll just use whatever money that is to buy a nicer bass and then do the same thing. Because I really loved having a white P-Bass with the fuzz pedal and shit in it. So I really want that, but I'm just figuring I could start with a better bass. So I've been looking at basses. There's no fucking basses. There's no nice basses. There's no basses I want at all. Like looking just on, I couldn't find a bass I wanted. I was kind of a little bit curious about the Ibanez Talman bass, sort of, but I don't really want it. I'd like a shorter one. I think they're quite cool, but Do you want one that's got all the bits missing for 30 quid? Aye. Well, no, but there was no basses. I don't like basses at all. And it's like, I'm looking at guitars at, 300-400 quid, which is the most I would ever spend on a guitar, and it's Squire P basses. I don't think Squire P bass. That Vantage that I just sold was better than a Squire. So it's a strange one. It's got fuzz. I shall have to remove the pickups. It wouldn't surprise me if there were faux buckers. So like if they've got big domed flathead screws on them, they might be only half a pickup, but actually a really good sounding single coil hidden in a humbucker container. This kind of thing. And even the tone works. The Spear guitar was a Les Paul shape with a Floyd Rose with a marble effect paint job. That's not the one. It wasn't red that was a marble effect on. Did that have a Floyd Rose on it? I think it might have had. But yeah, no, they're good. It's a Les Paul I've got, but it's like through neck and stuff like that. It should be good. Yeah, saxophone bass. I'm not really. I'm kind of looking for a white P bass. I really want the one that matches the Tempest and the Yazuki. I want that, but a bass. It's just a case of finding one. I don't think it's really a money is no object thing. I'm okay. I could maybe ask on the Japanese fan club, has anyone got one of these, blah, 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 and then just go, I'll give you 500 quid for it. Maybe I could get one that way, but I just don't think it's one of those things that they're not going to go for very much money. It's a case of finding one that's hard. Oh, the only downside to the effector is both pickups are always on. I may have to remedy it, add a selector switch. Amp wheels, that's dead interesting. My pal Wayne has... It's not an effector. It's basically got like the rhythm part of like an organ, like an Electone organ in it. So it's got like a drum machine, but like what you get in an organ in it, and it's the same. It's got two humbuckers. I think you can coil split them, but they're both on, and there's not two volume controls. There's only one volume control, so they're both just on. I wonder if it's the same. You need a proper bass amp. You do, Mr. Whitesnake. You just need a proper bass amp. The thing is, bass amps are so fucking cheap. I sold that when I had that 180 watt thing for fuck all. Basically gave it away just because nobody's buying anything just now. I mean, that was the thing. Like, this couldn't get this sold for 80 quid. You're like, what? Look at it, but it works though. It's really good. I've done literally nothing. I've tuned it since I started playing it and then tuned it again, but that's it. I didn't know a saxophone bass till I saw one. Actually, I'm currently in the same blissful state of ignorance where I don't know if I need a saxophone bass or not. But it's one of those things that you think about it, you go, no. It's like if you'd ever told me there was a bass with a fuzz pedal in it, I would have gone, oh. I always needed a bass with a fuzz pedal in it. I just never really thought of why not just put a fuzz pedal in it. I never put the two and two together of, I can get fuzz pedals for like under a tenner, and I'd like a bass with a fuzz pedal in it. The two had never met. I never considered that. I've considered building a fuzz unit, looking up and, oh yeah, you can build a fuzz pedal for a tenner. I'm not fucking doing that. Oh. That was Microcube bass is really good. But the Microcube bass is the best bass amp. It's the best amp I've got. It's just not compromised. It does not sound like, oh, that sounds pretty good considering it's a wee amp. No, that just sounds really fucking good. It's like, if you were sitting there with the most expensive amp in the studio, that's the kind of sound you would end up with after 15 minutes of fanning about with it. Yeah. I quite like Malmo. It sounds more interesting. Is there maybe a Mexican version? I don't know why it sounds Mexican. There's also another rolling cube. I think I might have mentioned this last week, but I went on Facebook Marketplace on my phone, and the first page, you're skipping through it, it's got like, well, I had bikes, not anymore, because I've got one now, and I got to musical instruments, and the whole first page was just 4 rolling cubes, 2 street cubes, a microcube, and a mad stereo one, which is like a modern one, which I don't know what it is. I think it's like a mini version. It seems to be small and have less on it. But it's new, it's stereo, but it kind of looks a wee bit more like a ghetto blaster, and it doesn't have as much controls on it. I don't know what that is. Oh, over here in Holland, bastards. So there you go. Malmo does sound like a yes. I've got a Malmo cushion. Yes. There's a Brian Eastwood Bender Collider bass up for sale for 1900, and they made a few of those, but only one sax bass. Oh, did they do something like that? I know the Bender Distortocaster with the... To be honest, Sloaney, I think I saw them. I think I saw them when I was in China, in the thing was you could buy it. Basically just an electric guitar and the shape of it, it was like white with... It's copied from something. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot of stupid stuff in China when I was looking at guitars, ones where you go like that. I think somebody'd made one, right? And then what they did was they made one, and then they took some photos of it, and then they just put it online, and then basically if you ordered one, they would go, all right, hello, Jim. They've always got James, because they've always got English names anyway, like, James, yes, we've got an order for the mad-shaped saxophone. Some idiot's bought it. All right, have you got those plans? Yeah, draw around this, and they make it. I think that's kind of how it might work. Hello, mister. Oh, I end up buying another weirdo Japanese guitar. Mini Rickenbacker 330 copy with a built-in speaker made by Fujigen. It looks awesome. It's ringing a bell. It's ringing a bell somehow, that. The built-in speaker thing, I don't know why. Verified. No, I was just saying, I wasn't saying, I was just saying it was, I wasn't saying it was a fake one, I was just saying it's a stupid idea for one to shape a saxophone. But there you go, yeah. The Japanese stole Ibanez from the Spaniards, yes. Habanez. I think they just bought it, to be honest. The Christmas Guitar Company. Yeah. That just reeks a little bit of not a perfect translation from what it's meant to be. Like the same way Baby Metal isn't a very good translation of what it's meant to be. It's not meant to be baby, it's meant to be the birth of. But it's kind of translates as baby, and it's like, It's not like the built-in speaker for shame. I mean, I'm blown away by that wee stupid thing you plug in, that wee £12 Temu amp, and it's like, I don't. The thing about the speaker and the guitar thing, I don't know why it's never a thing. The only guitar you ever see it in is those wee short scale ones, but you can't tune them. They physically don't work. The only way you can get them to work is if you do a lot of work on it, tune the bastard up to G or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like to just to make it play at all. So it's not really an instrument. Those are the only ones you ever really see with the speakers in it. So there must be reasons why it doesn't work. I don't really see why not. No, it sounds amazing, Sloaney. No, I'm just jealous you've got a saxophone bass, yeah, no. Ibanez. Ibanez. Ibanez is what Fish Lips in Starship Troopers. That's her name. Her name's Ibanez. I kept noticing it going, there's somebody called Ibanez, and then it comes over the tannoy, Ibanez, you're like, it's Ibanez, mate. There's other ones, Ibanez, Ibanez. I don't know. I suppose it depends. It's Spanish, isn't it? Oh. Ibanez sounds like a table waiter in a restaurant, yes. I'm packing out jam songs and Rickenbacker. The thing is, I can sort of see. Oh. I was thinking it because it's kind of semi-acoustic. A Rickenbacker's got. I mean, I think even this is a little bit like that as well. See, because it's got the strings in the open, I think it's quite jangly. You can actually see that it's actually responding not too badly on my mic. That's it, but it's like with the extra, the way everyone's mounted on top of it, it's kind of jangly, whereas a Rickenbacker's kind of like that as well. So is that going to help, the fact it's got a speaker in it, or is it the fact it's ringing going to make the speaker work against it? I don't know. I remember there's a guitar, in fact there's a guitar that looks very like this called a Terminator. I can't remember who made it, but it's basically this with a speaker in it. But it's the same thing, it's a cheaper way of making a Strat. It's like, a Strat's like, well, we'll just economise, and this is like, pure, we can only economise a little bit further than that. And saying that, I mean, those are the same tuners that are on the Tempest, aren't they? Yeah. So it's identical tuners that are on this, which is, I would have said that does point to being Japanese. It doesn't say so on the neck plate. And I doubt it will say anywhere else. You've got the Terminator. It's kind of like this though, isn't it? Is it not got like, it's got this sort of older fashioned thing, but it's called the Terminator. To be honest, I would have bought it at a car boot sale because it's called the Terminator. I bought the Blade Runner because it was called the Blade Runner. I don't really like Blade Runner, but I do like Terminator. Oh yeah. Big Nose guitars are the best ones about. Yeah, there is always that one. Yes, Synsonics is, but yes, you're right. That's it. That's exactly the one I meant. I haven't had they're expensive though. The wee short scale. It's not really short scale with the bridge pickup and the either speaker built in. I did get the Pig Nose amp. Famously, I don't know why it's always been my quest to get a good battery powered electric guitar amp and then a good battery powered bass amp. I don't know why. I've never really done an awful lot of outdoor jamming, but I've just always wanted to have it. The thing is that I should just have bought rolling cubes to start with, because you're sitting there like that, you're like, da-da, the rolling cubes. But both of them are just the ones I'm using in the house. Oh, but they run on batteries as well if I ever want to take them anywhere. Like, all right. It's like, that was why I bought them, and I just never ever use the function that they battery at all. Exactly the same hardware, 70s hardware with an 80s facelift, yeah. You don't pick those. No, the amp I had didn't work. Or it did work, but it did not have a good sound at all. Like the actual, I think it was the original, to be honest, I think they made it in the 60s sort of thing. It was the only busking amp you could get. Only had one knob, and it was like a pig's nose. And it was actually quite big, but I mean, it sounded rank rotten. I was sitting there, it's like, I couldn't get a sound that wasn't horrible out of it. It's like, oh, that really broken sound that C6 Steve does? I really like that. You're in luck. Here we go. What, you want to play like a detuned guitar made out of a hubcap with a slide? Fucking, that's going to do your job. Is that up here? Yeah, I'd like to play chords and lead lines. Oh, but you want to be able to hear individual notes. Oh, maybe not. Or maybe I wasn't very good. Bought it because my first ever electric was a little Sensonics Junior, the same colour and everything. Wow. No, I mean I would buy the Terminator thing, just because it's called the Terminator. And it had a speaker in it. I don't know. I mean, I do have a wee battery upper 8 amp. I was going to put, the wee Marshall one, just put it in the front of the guitar, because they're loud as fuck, and it just comes down to, there's that wee headphone thing that plugs into the socket with a speaker, is like, it just totally wipes out the need for having any of those things. Then you don't need a specific guitar. You just take that, and just take whatever guitar you want. And it's totally loud enough for, maybe not busking, but if you're sitting around a campfire with 3 or 4 of you sitting drinking, it's fucking well loud enough for a sing-along. No problem. Along with an acoustic. That's really all it has to do. That's okay, so I never said anything interesting right away. So that's fun. It's just at the back. Look at the back of the neck. Look at the colour of it. It's a stunner. What, play bass? Yes. Did I already put a loop in? And he or she who does not want a fuzz bass hasn't thought about it, because obviously you want a fuzz bass. Fuzz is the king of the universe. I need to start running through. I don't know. Obviously, there's some guitars I'm not willing to put a fuzz pedal into. They're kind of too valuable to be chopped up. In fairness, this probably was one of the most valuable guitars, being J-Pax number 3. Yes, I do like this bass. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what's with the basses? I remember having a problem before when I started thinking about playing the bass. I had that horrible Westone that I didn't like the look of, and I couldn't find any I liked. And it's exactly the same thing happening now. There's lots of guitars I like, but there's no basses. Not one that I would go up here. Like, say, I don't know, all my guitars are away getting fumigated for 2 months, and I had to get a bass just to, take it to the studio, or just to have. There was nothing. Bastards. Oh. Yeah, so well, what are the chances that works? Who knows? Go months without seeing a bass that I buy 2 in a week. They always seem to stop up the buses. Yes. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. I just forgot how much I love the white Strat and the white telly. I want a white P-Bass. I really like that Vantage one. At least I put it up at the point of... I've got Judge Death, but I want a white one. I want a white one. Yeah, I don't apologise for that. I'm now going to be able to play that forever. Like a white PJ bass like Duff McKagan uses. I'm not that keen on that. That wouldn't be that hard to get. What was it? Ninja? You ever seen Ninja basses? They do one. I don't know if they do it in white. I'd imagine ideally you want that to be in pearl white though. Japanese pearl white. Oh, would I like a Japanese pearl white P-Bass? Oh, to match my Japanese pearl white car? Possibly. You want a P-Bass the same yellow as Condor Man boots? I thought they were red, but yes, totally. A yellow P-Bass would be cool as fuck. There is actually one for sale on Marketplace. I think it's just a Squire. But I don't know. Popcorn, I was thinking of a weird European cartoon I watched when I was a kid. When I was in Switzerland on a school trip, it was like the hills were like that steep, so all the roads were kind of like zigzaggy. But we went to this, I don't know, like a newsagent type thing, and outside they had a popcorn machine, and you put Swiss francs in or whatever, and it played popcorn while it popped popcorn. Like wow, I don't know. There you go. It's got this whole lore thing. I think it's maybe because how long does it take? Does popcorn take like 2 minutes to make? And the song's 2 minutes long? Something like that, because it kind of just did that. Or I suppose it's meant, beep, beep, beep. Is it meant to, I don't know. But yes, it did basically play a wee shitty AM radio sounding version of popcorn. Amazing. But Condor Man, the Proknoviach. I don't know, let's like... Sure, let's have a go at try to play Condor Man completely from memory without having any idea what it goes like. It's a bit like Kashmir. Yeah, sorry, in my head that sounded a bit like it. It's always one of my favourite Condor Mans. Absolute banging. That's why I want a Porsche 911. In fact, I want 6 of them. The Proknoviach! No! Fucking best bit of film ever. When you hear it's like a wee mad market town on the side of the Swiss Alp, or whatever it is. They're all like, oh, well, so folk singing and stuff like that, and everyone stops, and you hear these fucking engines going, everyone just disappears, and there's these 6 black Porsche 911s. Fucking amazing. Aye. Getting goosebumps for Condor Man. Best of 1972, there you go. Oh, I bet it was the best one on it. And what a fucking short tape, my god. Lincolnshire. I don't know what it is. They call it the north. It's south of here, but we're moving cassettes or jam the tape there. I remember you used to always get it was always, was it, no, it can't because it was a new, was it because the paper fucking tape that told you what was on the tape had become unglued and then folded itself around and physically sellotaped the tape to the inside of the tape deck? Because that used to happen a lot. You'd also get it when people would put stickers on, or like an elastoplast with with the name of the band, Led Zeppelin, or an elastoplast. Put that in your tape deck, and the elastoplast just like peeling off its goopiness and attached itself to into the tape deck. There you go. Put your calendar back, your watch, like time zone. To be honest, I don't think you have to go very far away where that starts to kick in. Civet said that about or Civet's dad said that about Scotland. He was in he worked in Hillington in the 80s, and he was like, pure saying country bumpkins, it's pure uncivilized and pure rural. And I'm like, that fuck you Chinese people, you go to China and it's like, alright, aye, okay. Like, you know, I went over and then went over 5 years later and it's like, alright, aye, all the new things that have happened, like, alright, aye, they were all in China when I was there 5 years ago. Aye. We're not at the tape room. Called gay in Lincolnshire because I didn't drink pints. Oh dear. Was that pure drinking bottled beer? You're leaving tonight, yeah. You're not staying in the village. Oh dear. A big biro, yes. I remember such things, and then sellotaping it back together again. Cool, amazing. I don't know how far away you have to go. Maybe it depends on what your reference point is. I've considered here to be relatively okay. I don't know. It's always mad. Like today I was driving across a way out past, I was going to Wishaw, but I was going kind of the other way, not coming up off the motorway like I normally do. So I was going through all these places I'd never been to. And you wondered about these mad places. It's like, you know, if everyone in the village was killed in one night, would we know about it, or would they be able to cover it up? You know what I mean? Are there mad cults and stuff going on? And it's like pure, but it's not going to be, you know, like a way up in the mountains 10 miles away from anywhere else. It's going to be the other side of that hill. You know what I mean? That's where the weirdies are. They're not far away. They walk among us. Vodka and orange, oh dear. Your pub. Could you not have given him vodka and orange in a pint glass? Drove through the Alps in 2007. They had robots on the mountain, right? They had robots in America when I was there, like walking about. Have you ever seen Idiosyncrasy, the film? Honestly, it was like that, and I was like, this is silly, because it was exactly the same feeling I was getting from that film, because they've got like a robot with a smiley face on it that's cleaning up the ground, just like hoovering, and it's like, I just discovered there was a mallow aisle, like a whole aisle for just things that are made of marshmallow, like a whole fucking aisle, like meters and meters long. Like, you know, our marshmallow aisle is like, yeah, marshmallows. Oh, there's another make of marshmallow. Oh, there's those marshmallow biscuit things, right? They've got a whole fucking aisle of that. And at that point, and then you see this robot, and it's just like pure, this place is mental. I don't know what to do. And they had blue crisps as well, oh, we did find them. Lincolnshire Village, everybody's used to with a high 6. I like it. Yes. Local shops for local people, but the thing is, it's a bit... You don't have to go very far away like that. Shop up there's a little bit like that. Luckily, like the first time I went in, it was when who lives upstairs was in. So I walked into this thing. I don't know, imagine like a gulag shop. Looks like that from the outside. It's like totally, I don't think there's any windows at all. It's just black and a horrible wet concrete. Walked in and I was like, oh, I'm going to get stabbed. I was like, oh, hey Malcolm, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, hey. That's aye. Antiquity range, you have a P-Bass pack for £99, 15 amp cable tuner and picks. Is that a gear for music P-Bass? The problem is I don't want a... I want a Japanese one, an expensive one. And it's just I just have to wait for it. I mean, I'm willing for it to take a long time to find one. The problem is they never show up when you're looking for it. I will find one, but it's not going to be white. Aftershock. What voodoo is this? You should have told them it was Aftershock. I remember Aftershock. I remember Ozfest '98. That was all we had to drink was a bottle of Aftershock with a straw, taking sips, trying to make it last. Not what you're meant to do with Aftershock. Yeah, someone was telling me about ones. I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to buy things just to sell them, just because they're worth money. It's like I want to sell things to people who actually want them, and it's like there is a... But this pickup, winner, the Temu 4-pole telly-bass pickup. It's got balls. So actually a little bit boomy for tonight. It's quite. That's a bad backer. Yeah, even though it's been ages since I played that, the noiseless thing, this one just... That's not even up at full bung. There's so much more clarity and bite. Blue and red, I don't remember I remember the blue one, it was icy. But I remember the pink one, if I'm maybe on the record for drinking the most of those in Rock Garden, Glasgow. Wow. But I mean, Aftershock. Yeah, but good. Well done. exponentially. Wow, so they just... What do you reckon it was the television signals? Is that because of the CRT, the cathode ray tube? Really, the whole thought of, it's like, the mad tinfoil hat brigade thing about getting, the TV's bad for you. It really is literally a fucking gun firing electrons at your face onto like a phosphorus sheet. That's obviously bad for you. So, yeah, I think a CRT thing... It's probably similar to getting X-rayed or something like that, because it is firing electrons at you. And I don't know if necessarily they'd hurt, but I don't think they're good for you. Yeah, they'll probably find that out about maybe LCDs. I don't know. Get your saxophone jazz bass out slowly. To be honest, if you just got one good bass, that's all you need. Cancelled Babe Station. That's something I've not heard for a while. I don't remember Blacktooth Foxtel was up here. Yeah, it was. But his internet was down here. He was up flicking through the channels. It was up here. Had that Babe Station thing. I was like, I remember seeing that. It was up here. But now they're not even wearing pants anymore. It's like, huh? So apparently it is just pure porn now. I don't know. I don't have a TV aerial anymore. But apparently it is. I was always aware it was there, you know what I mean? It's like, no matter how shit you'd set up your aerial, you're only getting BBC One and none of the other channels, you always got fucking Babe Station channels. They were like, whoomph, that and QVC. They had about 400 times the power of the actual TV stations, I remember that. Scooter up at Buster going, actually but if I don't remember, I was my pal Scott kind of fell out with. I bought a Viz book when we were away in his camper van, and I left it and I never got to read it, and I was really annoyed about it because it was like a Viz annual, because I used to love the Viz, even though I never really went through much of that. And then I got one, I don't know, a few months ago, and then just last month I was in the Renfrew charity shop and it was 6 books for £1. 6 Viz annuals for £1. Or maybe it was 5 for £1. Whatever it was, aye. So I've been working my way through them. Eurotrash, I remember Eurotrash. Also remember, what was the thing before it? The pure... I don't remember what the programme was about at all. I don't think it had boobs in it. It was called Rapido. What was that? It was the same guy, that Frenchy guy. Yes, it and it went rapido. It was like a frog with a tongue. What the fuck was that? I don't remember it. I just remember it. Right. Missed topless starts. Well, I hope you miss. You don't want to hit things. I don't remember. I do remember it being... Was that on... what do you call it? Was that on Sky or something like that? I remember seeing it before once, and it was really... It was like... I don't know. Like, there is something wrong with me, but I was like... So they weren't even trying to play the topless darts, and they're just kind of like... And it's like, they're not even trying to hit the board. It's like, there's no... I mean, you would have thought that... Okay, I don't know. It wasn't watched for very long, but yeah. Be still, my tarp. Those who put the power up. Yeah, I do remember watching fucking QVC. What was the thing that was it? Bid down or bid up? I remember a couple of my pals went to the two. Him and his wife used to sit and get pissed, and they would bid on these things, and they would get these pure ridiculous fucking, like a pure Mr. T type necklace, like pure ridiculous. And it was like, they ended up paying £8 for it or something like that, but they spent all night shouting at the TV and drinking, so it was like pure, it's totally worth it, isn't it? Bid down or bid up TV. There was one where if you bid when it hit a certain price, there was one where it keep going up. I don't know, I can't remember. Antoine Deconas, I think so, yes. Live TV was Channel 13 on NTL, remember, because it was bonkers. Hey, Shaky Blues, yeah, I'm pretty good. How you good yourself? Bid up TV. See, we never had satellite ever. Too middle class. to have Sky or Sky B or any of that shit. Didn't watch football. Didn't even watch telly when I was a kid. Basically, my mum used to get the paper, and then she would circle things that looked interesting, and that would be when the telly went on. So the telly would go on if there was a Tom and Jerry cartoon going on. If it wasn't on, or if Knight Rider was on, the TV would be on. Once Knight Rider was finished, it was off. So middle class. The thought of just sitting watching telly like a moron, like all the normies, was I didn't maybe not until I got Freeview, whenever that came out. When I think I didn't get Freeview until just before they turned off digital telly. You know, like we were going from 5 channels to it's like, oh my god, I've got MTV. Wow, I've never had MTV. Oh, here we go, MTV. Wonder what music will be on. Oh, it's some shit reality show thing. Let's have a look at the schedule. Oh, it's some shit reality show. No, there's no music on it at all. Ever. Like, why is it called MTV? Yeah, I'm just old. I do remember my pal when I was much younger, but I must have been 94, 95 when Pink Floyd, The Division Bell was out. I remember he had, was it cable? I've got a feeling it was cable. Did you used to get cable back then? I don't thought having, I don't know. Who even watches TV anymore? What's the point in it? I used to watch Dave, actually, for a fair bit. I used to put Dave on. I used to fall asleep with Dave on, and it would be like, was it Family Guy? What did they have on at night? Fucking How I Got News for You or something like that. I think it would cut out about 2 in the morning or something like that, and I would fall asleep, and then I would wake up at 7 when it came back on again, and it would be like a Top Gear episode. So I used to kind of use it as an alarm clock. I totally missed the whole Simpsons. I was vaguely aware of it, but never. I knew it was a cartoon, never seen it. I totally never saw any of the wrestling thing. I like the whole WWF with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and all that. Lots of folk were put into that when I was a kid, and I was like, huh? Star Wars? Yeah. Oh yeah, cheers, Sticky Boys. I've got plenty of Washburns to do. The thing is now I've got a much better way of actually showing them off, where I've got a higher resolution and I've got a better sound, so I should be probably going through a few more Washburns. I've not done the fancy ones yet for a while. Hey Big Baby, Bigsby, even Bigby 19. Happy New Year. We gave it to the Jesus channel. I have heard such things. I don't know. I find the whole thing terrifying. I find the whole Trump thing a bit terrifying as well. I don't know what to think, or I'm not saying anything, but I'm in the pity. There was wrestler figures. I don't know. See, but the thing is, why do I know who the Ultimate Warrior is? I don't know if I've ever seen a fight. I think I've seen the Undertaker fight, and I must have seen Hulk Hogan. I don't know. Maybe why would I watch it? Fall asleep to Mystery Science Theatre. Actually, I've found Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it's got hundreds of fucking adverts in it. Someone's put up the radio plays, all of them. I've got the CDs of season 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2 and 3 are on Thingy. And they've got Arthur Dent. We've got, I don't know, what's the guy's name again? Sir Walter Raleigh from Blackadder back in to do it. It's really fucking good. I don't know, Mystery Science Theatre. Be musician. Jesus Channel was big in Indiana in the 80s. Was it actually just called the Jesus Channel? I do know that it was obviously this. I don't know. You corrected the potato stickers because the guys were all in lycra. Yeah, see, how how come that's totally fine? And we all go, ho, 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 ho. But when I was collecting, I can't think of, Barbie, because I like looking at the bras and stuff, everyone just thought it was a weirdo. I don't know. Check out Robert Tilton. I honestly, Mr. Whitestick, I wouldn't search out anyone that you'd given me the name of. I would imagine if you Google that, he's got like the biggest willy or something like that. That's why, or something, you know. Playing for a financial miracle. Oh, is Robert Tilton one of those folk? Yeah, I know. No, I mean, obviously I've seen, what was it, was it Fletch? Fletch Lives? I remember having that. You would always have, I don't know, back in the day, obviously we only had 5 channels towards the end, which would have been a big difference. So I would have videos, and I would buy blank videos and record things on videotape. One of the random ones I recorded was a film called Fletch Lives, because it's got the guy who plays Sheriff Bart in fact, I can almost fucking remember the tune. It's got like a Harold Faltermeyer tune. I'm just getting worked out. Yeah, but it's got the guy who plays Bart in the Blazing Saddles. It's got like a total Axel Foley. It must be done by the same guy, but it's Chevy Chase, and it's fucking awesome. And I don't know why I'm talking about it. Yes, because there's a big bit about the television evangelists and stuff like that, which is really the only place I've ever seen, really, where all my information comes from. Oh, totally, that's annoying that I can totally hum that. It's totally, I haven't seen that film since I saw it on video. When was the last time I saw a video? 20 years ago? Gibson released a Keith Richards 3RC3520. I don't know. I'm not sure. Slowly it might have been a made-for-TV film. I don't know. It's got Chevy Chase in it. I don't know. Some of them are good. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I suppose, how much is it? What do you really have to do? It's like, did they have to give one? Does Keith get one? Does he even really want another 335? But I mean, I remember thinking that very much when they brought out the Tony Iommi one. It's like pure, yeah, totally. I mean, I'm a massive Sabbath fan. Tony Iommi's one of maybe my main guitar hero. I'm not really rather than spend 10 grand, I think it might have been 20 or 10 grand, whatever it is, on his signature guitar, for much, much less than that, I can buy a Gibson 1969 SG, which is the same as the one he plays. Not one that's been made to be like the one that's just the same as it. So I would have that. I don't know. But again, it's just the money thing, isn't it? It's like a lot of these things are kind of... What was the word to look? I was watching a thing and it was Andertons, and they were talking about the latest... It wasn't a Kemper or a Kempler. It was something like that. One of these modelling things, and it was 1,800 quid. And these are up here. Yeah, this is not one of these things for your working musicians. It's something to aspire to. It's something that people want to have this, and they can afford it. And you're just like, what the fuck? Something to aspire to? I just don't. I don't know. It's a really strange thing. I've just got no desire for a really fucking expensive Strat. I mean, is, you know, like a 19, I don't know, it's a 70s, is a 70s Fender Strat better than this one? It might be a wee bit. I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to be hugely different, but yeah, okay, maybe it's a bit better, yeah, but I mean, but this one isn't worth £1,000. So I can play it. I can sand the bit that was dented. I could take it to the studio. It's just as cool, I think. More interesting in some ways. Talking about Sabbath, you've seen the videos of the Sabbath murals? I have a bit, yeah. I do. I've got a slight. No, it's not an issue with them though. But you can't see it. But Jen is better at doing pictures, and she's not copying something out. She's just basically sticking bits of paper on it. I don't know how that happens. There's something wrong with her. Her brain's fucked up. The Rob Halford and the Tony Iommi I've got on the wall there, which I'm going to have to put up on that wall behind me so they're in the picture. Yeah, I'll do that. Get Iommi up. So I've got that guitar, then Iommi there. Yeah, they're going on that wall. Fuck it. Yeah, totally. It's just that the thing is, I put it up there so I can see them. Grew up in the Bible Belt. I find it very scary, Mr. Whitesnake. The whole thing. I mean, we're not completely immune to it here in Scotland. There was the British government had a great idea to stop the Scots fighting with them. That what they would do is they would create two football teams, one which was Catholic and one which was Protestant, and would make sure that everyone in Scotland was either one side or the other, and then they just made them fight. So basically, what is the difference between? It's like pure, well, we believe in God, no, we believe in God. I never understood what the point in fighting was, but kept them fighting back at the English. You know what I mean? They just fight amongst themselves. So I find religious terrifying because there's no justification for it at all. It doesn't matter. You can be the nicest person in the world, and if you decide that God told you to kill somebody, you'll just kill them, and that's fine because God told you to do it. That's no. Slash thing is still not been played. I don't know, but what's the point in doing the? I don't know. I mean, is it that whole thing that's like, I'm not really losing money because it'll be worth more? Because it doesn't really matter if you paid 10 grand for a Les Paul 2 years ago and now it's worth 12 grand. Well done. That's great. Did you enjoy playing the guitar? I don't play it, alright. Okay. Oh, my guitar's got a noodle. But I don't know. Your guitars all talking about who's their favourite. I don't know. Who's got a favourite? Oh no. It's one of those things you start reading into these things. Watch that guy called Aaron Rand. He was talking about. What was it called? The Ark thingy, amusement park thing. I watched a thing on that, and it's not even in this country. It's so annoying. I get so worked up about it. It's just like it's so obvious that it's just a fucking con to get money, and you're just like, that's terrible. Divide and conquer. That's 100% it in music and life. So our guitar's female or male? Well, I've got one that's male. His name is Phil because it says Phil on the headstock, so that's a male guitar. And you can name it if you want. I feel I don't do the she thing with my boat. My boat's an it. Easy Rider GT is not a she. The Honda Civic is not a she. This is not a she. But I mean, It's up to you. 3 favourite guitars of none of my bucket list guitars. I don't know. See, I just come down to it's like it's got it's got to be the Corker and the Kraken, because there's only one of them, and it's not one of those. It's beyond the point of that's pretty rare. I've never seen another one that colour. No, there is only one of them. There's 4 other guitars that are made by the same guy that are in some ways a bit similar, but completely different layouts, different shapes, different sizes, different scales, different profiles. Everything's different about it. And the same with the Corker. There's no other guitars that are like that one. It's not a case of, oh, it's pretty rare having a tremolo, or it's pretty rare being in blue. No, just there's only one of those guitars, so those have got to be the best ones. Because they're completely irreplaceable. And then the only way you could get them replaced is to get another one handmade for you. I don't know, there's more to it than how it plays. That's where it comes in. It's like, is this guitar, as I was saying there, is this sorry, let's say it's a 78, is this better than a 78 Fender? And if you put the two up together, there's probably not going to be that much in it. I paid 60 quid for this. So, what would I have done if I'd paid £60 for a, managed to steal, I would have stolen it if I'd done that, if I got like a real Fender one. What would I do with a 1977 Fender Strat like this? I would sell it for 1,500 quid and then try and buy this. But it's all to do with, I've got ones I like, but I don't like playing. If you know what I mean as well. I don't know. We've got too much choice. My God, the A20 got into your top 3 very quickly. But I think you're talking about the it's in your top 3 the same reason I was just about to say that my Washburn Falcon is. Regardless of how much fun it is to play and how much you actually play it, it just looks fucking amazing. Look at it. My God, fuck off. Look at this. It's one of those, it's like going to guitar with that Washburn A20 and go, I want you to get me, have you got something that's more fancy than this? And they'll be like, oh, right. And they'll be going to the PRS private stock at 10 grand, and you're like, yeah. Epiphone Flying V2, the bucket list / LP don't even make my top 10. But what I was saying there, Scooter Muppet, is it's so much more. I like this because I think a white, I don't know, it's not because of anyone that plays a white Strat. I do not have Jimi Hendrix, Ritchie Blackmore, Uli John Roth who all play a guitar. Ring Me Malmsteen all play one like this. That's not the reason. There's just something about it being all white and blonde I like. So this is better than a black one. This is better than this is probably better than a 5% better one that's Tobacco Sunburst or black, because it's 10% better because it's white. In my head. Oh. Every time you bring your area Cardinal or Hofner Telly out in public, they cause a stir because they're both cheap as chips. Well, no, but they're more interesting. That's the thing that comes in. I mean, I'm looking through what I was saying, looking at basses. There weren't very many interesting ones. I just always assumed that you buy Epiphone Les Pauls and Squire Strats because those are the ones that sell. People want them. But there's also an element of people who are fed up looking at Epiphone Les Pauls and Strats. What's different? That's why I sold that bass with the fuzz pedal in it. They've been sitting there going, oh, I need a bass. These are all shit. What the fuck's that, mate? Whoa! You know what I mean? It's like, that's the reaction, and that's why he's bought it. And it's like, yes. That's what I would have done if I'd seen it. I'm not interested in fucking, oh, what's this one? I'll look up the internet. No, fuck it. Just give me the one I want. It's all about the wash. The Cardinal's lovely, yeah. It's just, you just get to, once you get into the sort of Japanese guitar thing, the guy with the, it was Kevin, was up earlier on, and it was like, guy who bought me the bottle of Bucky. He's like, maybe get myself some Japanese guitars, and the thing is, it's kind of hard to go back, because there's a quality level that even if you have to kind of finish it yourself, which I've had to do with that Yazuki and this a little bit as well, I did a wee bit of work to make them work, but I mean, it's like I've done a wee bit of work to make it work, and it plays like £1,000 guitar straight up, easy, at least. Like, all right, aye, so it's totally worth it. But yeah, once you get that quality buzz thing, kind of goes back. I mean, I was mad into Hondos. I had like 5 or 6 Hondos at one point, and it wasn't until then that I realised that, oh, I'm picking up these Hondos for, 80, 100 quid, and you're getting a fucking guitar that's as good as an Epiphone, because it is basically an Epiphone or a Squire Classic vibe. And it's like, all right, hold on, for 150 quid I can get like an Aria Pro, which is like a, it's not been the same as the £300 one, it's the same as the £700 guitar, and you're like, all right. So that's where they all came from, being a freak on quality. But now, knowing what I'm talking about, I'm able to get ones that actually just look like a Strat. I just need the bass. A good neck can make a cheap guitar seem more. It's kind of, it's all the parts. But yes, the neck's the bit that matters the most, I think. But you've got an Andertons. They've now a showroom for expensive stuff. Yeah, I knew that. I think I've seen that before. But well, I would go into Andertons if I was in the area, just out of nosiness, really. Yeah, but I mean, I'm still £500 an expensive guitar. I'm sorry, I'm still in that category where I don't. If you're wanting a gigging guitar, of course you should be able to get a proper gigging good guitar for 500 quid. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I used to think, 500 quid used to get you like a Les Paul Studio. I don't think it does anymore. I think you're up at £1,000. I don't know. But I mean, obviously guitars are much better now than they used to be. Well, not in relation to where they are, but just shit like buying an old guitar that's got crap parts on it. You can get parts so cheap, and it makes so much difference. Basically, saying that about your Chibson, I'll go back a wee bit. I'm about to give up anyway, but the Chibson thing, exactly the same as a Harley Benton. See, if you take it to bits and put it back together again, it'll be better. Even if you don't know what you're doing, because that thing has been assembled in 30 seconds by 12 people. Just taking the pickups out and putting them back in and putting the screws in straight. Shit like that. Taking your time. Take an hour or two to put it back together again. It'll be a better guitar. It's just that it's not had any time spent on it at all. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. They've just the most expensive thing is labour, so they don't employ anyone to put them together. They just batter them together quick as you fucking can, get them in a box, sell it, and anyone that will just give people their money back. You know what I mean? Hondas are great, yeah, totally. 500 is my maximum's 335. I've never spent more than that. Since I spent that, I did pay more than that for my Schecter P bass. I was young, naive. I was 20 and I wanted a proper P bass. Oh man, I paid 430 quid for it. So it's like, that is nowadays Squire P bass, and it's a fucking handmade American Schecter. So it's, And then my Gibson SG was 350. And then my next one was the Schecter Telecaster, which matches 335. And I put 335 in because the guy was it was on eBay, and the guy was selling it to buy a 335. It was £300 starting bid, and I bid 335 and got it for 335. So someone must have bid 334. And I've never spent that much on a guitar since. Yamaha Pacifica. Oh, fucking about. Pacificas are amazing. I mean, they're lovely. If you were to have one guitar, but I don't need to have one guitar, I'm quite happy with this. This doesn't do as much as the Pacifica, but I would have this and another guitar. I like, I don't know, losing over $250. Oh, exactly. Totally got to take it apart and put it back together again. It was just things like, like the things like, just like sorting the things and making everything line up properly. It's not a difficult thing to do, but it does take, if you're going to do it without any, if you spend 15 minutes lining it up, the bridge will be in the right place. When they're building these guitars, they've got 8 seconds to put that bridge on. So just by putting it together with a bit of care, even just putting the screws in, it's like everything, it's totally taking it to put it back together again. Cleaning it, putting it back together again makes all the difference. My Gibson costs $1,300, but it's a prototype thing with production, so it's good enough for a collection. That's a lot of money, Sony. I don't know. If you pure love it, it's possible. If it was a fucking totally mean as fuck looking SG, I'd maybe go for it. Most guitar shops with posh wankers on. I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. I still think there's an awful lot of people who don't, I don't know, do they enjoy playing? It's kind of like a tally card sort of thing. I don't know. It's like that whole thing about aspiring to have, like a Gibson Les Paul. It's like, there's nothing wrong with aspiring to have a Gibson Les Paul. Oh, I've always wanted. There's not really any guitars I've always wanted. Not really. It's like, well, what I really want to be able to play like that. I would love to be able to play like Jimi Hendrix or play like Tony Iommi or come up with stuff like that. I'd love that. I'm not really bothered about what kind of guitar he uses or what effects. It doesn't really matter. But I'd love to be able to come up with that. Be that cool. That's not even. I don't even want to be able to play their stuff note for note. I don't want to be able to do Jimi Hendrix song or Tony Iommi songs. I want to be in that ilk, but myself. Catch you later, Ben. Cheers. Guitars for investment. I don't know. The thing is that I've done guitars for investment. In my great world of justification land, which don't ever, ever come to me saying, talk me out of buying this guitar, because I'll be able to justify it. I quite fancy buying a Epiphone Flying V. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, I totally understand that. I've got a Flying V too there. Yeah, totally. Is that pure? Oh, what do you think, Marco? Is that? Well, look them up on eBay. What do they go for? It's like pure. Oh, you can get one for about. They go for about. I don't know. This is just. I don't know exactly. Between £200 and £300. Depending condition. All right, cool. And you look out for it and then buy one kind of at the lower end. It seems like a good buy. And then if you don't really like it, you can sell it. So if they go between £200 and £300, if you can get it for £200, then you can play it for 6 months and then you can decide you don't want a Flying V and sell it for the same. So I kind of do it that way. I don't normally lose money on guitars because I've bought them cheaper than what they should be. But yes, there's your guitar's investment. That's how I justified it to myself. Should I really be buying this guitar when I'm not going to be able to go out this weekend? I don't have any money for booze, so I'll just have to stay in and watch. I'll just have to stay in and play said guitar. I made that choice several times, you know what I mean? But that's it. 50 quid easily. Back in those days, got me a guitar, or it could have been going out with my pals, going to the pub for 2 nights, or going to a concert. A red Bengal double cut with humbuckers. It says Bengal in it. Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying as well. But you're not buying it for. It's not. They're not sitting in the case. It's got to be some enjoyment to you in having it. But I mean, then again, you can start saying, "I bought this fantastic painting," and it's like, well, do you enjoy it? Well, it's like, I do enjoy it because I don't look at it all the time and think it's awesome. So that's fine, as long as you're enjoying it. That kind of price we're talking about 15. I know that's just. But then again, where does it come in? So you're thinking if there were people, there's a human condition thing with the billionaires and all that. That's why the world's fucked, because you get to a point where the 1%. Okay, they're out there buying 10 grand guitars every week. That doesn't really matter because but Steve's buying a new Lamborghini every month. Oh, does he like cars? No, but they're £500,000. Your guitar's only 50 grand, you fucking worthless fuck. So that's it. It's basically, once you get to a certain power level, it's all consuming that you have more than other people, and I don't understand that. I don't give a fuck. But then again, I'm not one of the... I would never be ruthless enough to be a billionaire. I couldn't take more money if it meant people died. I'd be like, no, you're all right, pal. Here's 10 grand a week. Right, okay, but a person has to die every week for that. All right, no then. Whereas, try that with any billionaire. Oh yeah, totally. Even though they've already got billions. No. 15 guys, isn't it? But it comes down to, you're talking there about a £1,200 guitar, Slowly. That's not an expensive guitar, I'm sorry. You go into Guitar or any guitar shop, a bog standard Gibson Les Paul's £2.5 grand. So that can't be an expensive guitar. An expensive guitar, by definition, has to be more than that. There you go. Because that's just a standard guitar. That's a Les Paul standard, not an expensive. The Les Paul expensive is much more than that. I will check my emails, yes. I was arrested there. People stopped in the street and were trying to look inside. I think it was too loud. Maybe you're getting good, Mr. Whitesnake, where they throwing... It's like when the women start throwing their pants in. That's why I had to move from out in the Campsie. And it's like, I was sitting there like up here doing my live stream and I could hear it. As fucking women's pants were getting flung out the window. They're like, Malcolm. Yeah, watch it. Careful. The one that has the most toys when they die wins. But that's the thing that's pure depressing about it, because you're sitting there thinking, this guitar is only worth something to me. It's not worth anything to anybody else. Fuck. What's the point? What's the point in dying with £100,000 worth of stuff when you could spend that £100,000 having great fun and dying, properly, like in Vegas full of coke and hookers? You know what I mean? Like, meh. Rather than, no, Sony. That's why I had to move. It's like the clean ones bounced off the windows. It's the ones in the morning when I was like that with a fucking stick, the branch tip, fucking poke them off. It was awful. So I'm looking up souping up my new bike. Yeah, Mr. Whiteside, don't tell anyone that. That's why I had to move. You know what I mean? Crunchy skid marked pants. The thing was, it's like everyone just assumed they were mine. It's like, why are there all these fucking crunchy skid marked pants kicking about the street? And it's like, There you go. I've made it to 10 o'clock without throwing up. Crispy crunches now. Oh, a Strat's really difficult to play when you're drunk. I think that's really what you want to do. If you're talking about you get your wanky guitar corner when there's people are sitting playing there. Oh, no. I like the nitrocellulose Les Paul with the burst bucker pickups, because they sound like the 58. Most likely they've got the high end. I've got to have the 300k resistance pots, and it's like, yeah, no, I like to be wanky. Give me a Strat and I'll just play while you can look up the specs and find out whether Jimmy Page had an out-of-phase switch or not, because that's important. Skid marks and the brown jobbies. Well, there you go. Tone wood or tone wood not? That is the question. Rock on. I'll see you all during the week. Nothing wrong with wearing cookie cutters. I don't want to throw my pants. I wouldn't want folk to know I'd shat myself. Yeah. Rock on. See you all during the week. And if you could like and subscribe during the week, that'd be awesome. Just do it anyway. There's something fucked up with YouTube. It's like I'm not getting any money anymore, but the adverts are pure ridiculous. I've got no option to turn them down. I don't have have minimal adverts. No, have 6 minutes. It's like, well, no, can I not have... No, we've changed it. You can't do that anymore. Fuck off.